Hello, everybody. Welcome to your daily pop of positivity. Oh my gosh, you guys, I read this thing this morning in this new Dex book, which I love. And if you're curious about this, it is The Beautiful Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fay. I love this. It's whimsical and magical. It brings up my spirit. And when I was reading in the book this morning, I read this thing and it was so simple. Let go of old programming. Your options are not limited. Break free from chains that hold you down. Freedom from fear is just a mindset away. And it is. Like when I woke up this morning, I really had to fight myself to go back to an old habit of just, languor and scrolling and looking at things and thinking I'm going to ease myself in the day. It's absolutely beautiful out. And I know that when I've done that in the past, it has sometimes turned into 1 hour, 2 hours. And then I feel like this frantic push to go and complete my work because I've just kind of frittered away time basically due to the fact that I know it's comfortable and all of that. But I feel like right now when we move with the changes, it is going to really liberate us to walk our own path. So what I'm going to do with this beautiful deck is I'm just going to split it and we're going to pull wherever we land, and we're going to pull 3 different cards. We've got Ten of Swords, overthinking. Hallelujah. I started this morning with this and I'm not sure where it derives from. 6 of Swords. Nice, moving in another direction from this. And because it's a new deck, even though I shuffled it, I want to split it again. All right, look at this, awakening. So you guys, now we're definitely talking about, okay, let me take a breath because this is good. Let me just sort of read everything that I need to see into this. 6 of Swords is one of my favorite cards because it definitely says we do have the capacity to move away from anything that just isn't serving us. We get stuck, we get in a rut, it's hard. But when we have this awakening, judgment, this is clarity, final decisions, wake-up calls, and also our life purpose, right? And our life purpose is not to overthink and drive ourselves crazy and get on this, insane gerbil wheel of going round and round and round. It's like it is time to initiate change. It's time to release ourselves from that and have resilience and persuade ourselves. Just like if we were talking to a friend, you can do this. Now, guys, this also, when this happens, this leads us to business success. This leads us to great, rich communication, higher learning, intelligence, more vitality and strength because we move away from lethargy and spinning our wheels. I can get more exhausted just thinking of things in my head, and I've shared this before. If I'm planning for this great day where I want to accomplish so much, film my jewelry, go to the beach and do some filming, go all over the place, yet do grocery shopping, complete a meal, do all this, I'll literally exhaust myself before I even leave the house. And then I will give up on all of that. And I'll have to remotivate myself in little ways and say, what always helps me is to begin my day with a daily pop or a private read for somebody because my vibe goes way up. So this is asking yourself, what are you overthinking about right now? Really take stock. What's in your head? And first of all, identify it. Why does this thought or this pressure or this anxiety or this fear or whatever keep cropping up? Let's just address it. Mine is I want to maintain a definitely smooth operation when it comes to my businesses and my reads and not let things accumulate, not in terms I always get the work done, but it's the aftermath. When I'm making and designing a lot of pieces, I have beads just put everywhere. I have decks put everywhere. So organization. And when I look at things and it's all in disarray, I get a little stressed. So what can I do? Each day, I've decided I'm just going to start with an hour of organization and processing things and not letting it overwhelm me. And I feel like that's something you can do too. Address what's going on. Is your wardrobe out of control? Is your house, is your pet situation? Is your tchotchke situation? Is things just accumulating? So this is reduce to produce, right? Let's get rid of some things so we can, now let's have this kind of fair judgment on ourselves, right? What is our true nature? What brings us joy? Are we going to, first of all, I feel like our health is everything. So let's move away. And a lot of people are doing this right now. They're eating better. They are either losing or gaining weight, whatever their requirements are. Ian he just went off full hog on this too. He's like, no, I'm cutting out A, B, and C because what happens is we get on a trajectory, right? We just start riding we ride that donkey towards the sunset, and whatever is there that's sometimes easy, we just pick up. So bad habits, eating, fast food, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of people, they utilize this beautiful fall season at least in North America, it's a fall season, to kind of get things in order before the holidays come in, right? Let's get organized. Let's be possessed of a sense of calm and reasoning and stability, family, all of that. Right now too, I feel like when we do this too, while I'm talking about this, I'm just going to flip through some of these so you can see some of the beautiful artwork. Ten of Swords going from Six of Swords is a beautiful way to alleviate. You're dropping that. Let's drop one thought. What are you thinking right now that is stressing you out? I need to finish this. I have to do this. Whatever it is, it's usually negative. I'm not getting the support. I'm not getting the finances. I'm not getting whatever. Let's start to drop those. If we can locate what's in our control, right, and what's not in our control, that will help things. The weather is not in our control. How other people respond or react to us is not in our control, right? Aren't these so beautiful? And so what I try to do is not make any assumptions. This is going to be well received. This is going to be rejected. This is going to be problematic. This is, how anybody else will see it. It's only how we can conceive it. So let's just focus on that for a moment, right? Let's use the law of assumption in a positive way to say, I'm going to communicate beautifully. My intuition is going to be really on point, and I'm going to be able to banish any of this negative either reflection, because Ten of Swords can also be how we remember things. I'm going to have present moment awareness. What's the most beautiful thing around you right now while you're watching this read that you notice? Is that awesome cup of coffee? Are you on a lunch break? Are you outside and the sky is blue and beautiful, or is it stormy and mercurial and still gorgeous? Do you have a pet on your lap? This is what we really want to be able to be concentrating on. I love this star card. Let's concentrate on that. Nature does this for me. How about some hidden knowledge we can tap into that rectifies that stinking thinking? I'll do that. I'll go listen to Marissa Peers. I'll listen to my own videos. I will listen to things that turn that vibration to a higher frequency set point, because I'm not watching tragic news or murder shows or things that make me worried or concerned about the state of the world. I want to be lifted up, and you can too right now. Just remember, it's like if you get in receptive mode and you ask the universe for beautiful messages and ideas, you'll see them in everything. You'll see them in a tree. You'll see them in a bird. I love this deck too because it has the Jinn instead of the Devil. And this is another thing. Ten of Swords, we definitely, no exception, experience that when we go to things that we feel are chaining us, that we're binded to, addictions, addictive behavior. It can be the tiniest thing, like, I'm just going to go on IG for a minute, and then you're scrolling for hours and you're like, I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning just looking at different pictures without feeling satiated or like, oh, this is awesome. Because when we scroll, there's a weird impulse to just keep going. So what is pulling you in that doesn't deserve your time, energy, or resources? Recognize it and move away from it. Get in that Six of Swords and get in this beautiful temperance. We feel mellow, calm, generous, thoughtfulness, peacefulness, all of that, and just lift that. Keep your thoughts in good order. Just recognize, okay, this thought doesn't belong there. It doesn't matter that my ego dragged it in. I don't have to pay it any heed. I don't have to give it any juice. I'm just going to say dismissed, right? Something comes in that says, you look in the mirror, oh my God, look at this, dismissed. You feel pressed for time and you think you need to do something right away, dismissed, because that's the thing that the Jinn energy sometimes does contain, that sense of urgency, you having to prove yourself how awesome you are and you can do everything. Who cares? Like, what your schedule is and what you want to do and how you want to operate, and just free flow from there, be in flow state. It's like, you've got this. And I just feel like the energy is really going to be conducive for you feeling good about where you are, how you're operating, and again, being nice and achieving your balance with this beautiful thoughtfulness, this peacefulness, this quiet determination, and always leaning in towards more high vibrational thoughts and activities. That'll bring us to that Six of Swords. We'll get that beautiful motor on the back of that boat and we'll breeze over to a calmer shore. And it's only a thought away. It really is. Not instead of I can't or oh Lord, it's like I will when I want to. Always, like, I choose my words too, and I'll say them out loud. The most calming reference, like, I'll allow for that type of thing. I will disallow that. I won't pay attention to that. That's not in accordance with my higher thinking. Dismissed, and I always feel like I try to place myself in the conditions that are going to help me feel good. Nature, feeling sometimes too, one of my basic things too when I get up is like I like to have the air smell really good. Like now I just burned sage and I'm burning a candle. When I get my five senses feeling good, I'm looking at something beautiful, I'm smelling something beautiful, I start to feel good and invigorated. So do that for yourself too. If you have a big whopping stonk of dishes, it's like, just get them out of the way, done. Then you don't have to look at them. Now you're like, now I have a prettier aesthetic and I can work from there. Get rid of clutter and laundry and anything that's just drawing your eye and making you feel, oppressed by it. This is a time to streamline this beautiful Virgo energy to Libra season. Let's get things in balance. Let's chuck out all the garbage. We don't need all this stuff. Yes, as humans, we like to collect, but then we don't want to be held prisoner by things. If it's just sitting there and it doesn't move you or get you excited, chuck it in the bin or donate it, and then you'll feel free from that. So that's your daily pop, you guys. Love and light.